Hey, well, it's time for another episode of Be in the Know with Ro here at Berkshire Hathaway in Midtown.
Yes.
I'm here today with Ro McLean.
Hey,
once again.
How are you? Happy Friday.
Hello, how are you? Happy Friday. Happy
Doing
Friday
awesome.
to everybody.
That's right.
And today our topic is interest rates and loans.
That's
because
right.
that's a critical part of our market right
Yes,
now, right?
exactly. Yeah, rates are really good right now, right?
Rates are crazy.
Yeah.
You think about just in December, we were looking at rates that were almost 5%.
Right.
And now we're looking at rates that are 4 and 4.25%. That is a huge amount of buying power here
Absolutely.
in our marketplace.
Yes. And, in addition to that, you're talking about, first-time home buyers and FHA loans and, how do I get pre-qualified? What do you think is exciting?
Anytime you even start to think about buying real estate is you need to talk to a lender. Before you talk to a realtor, before you talk to anybody, there are several different programs that are available, whether you're a first-time buyer, whether you're an FHA buyer, whether you're if you've got a lot of money to put down.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different things that you can put out there. Some of the most popular loan programs for our first-time home buyers, of course, are FHA.
Yes, absolutely.
We have some that are VA, not quite as much here in the city as we do see in some
Right.
of the suburban areas. We also have some fantastic low down payment conventional loans.
Yes.
Because we're in the city and we're considered what's a hot zone.
Right.
And the lenders are willing to take a little bit more risk in those neighborhoods.
Yeah, and so, one of the things that a lot of people ask me, like, Ro, who do I call? Do you have one particular lender? I always like to give them at least 3 lenders to be able to call because, everybody doesn't, work together the same and people have different opportunities
and
too.
That's a great point. You want to at least start with one. That's usually what I say. Is at least get your pre-qualification with one. Once you figure out what you want to purchase and what you're looking at, probably get 2 more estimates.
Sure.
Just figure out what it was. And if there's one lender that you mesh with best, take them back those other things and see if they can beat it. Get you the best deal that's out there.
Right.
Because let's face it, you're looking at a lot of different things when you go into a loan program. It depends on your credit. It depends on how much money you're putting down. It depends on the building. Depends on the location. There are a lot of separate criteria that go into what you're going to get when you're choosing your particular loan and what you're going to be purchasing with.
Right.
I mean, for example, when I sell in Old Fourth Ward, it's considered what's a hot zone. So I've got a lot of conventional products that are like 1% and 3% down.
Nice.
Similar to an FHA loan. Because, a challenge with the FHA loan is that a lot of your buildings don't have the FHA approval.
Exactly.
It's a lot of paperwork.
Right.
And some of them just don't keep up with it or don't have the right financial criteria to meet it.
Exactly.
So we have some of these alternatives. And as an expert in our marketplace, it's important for us to know these, and we can communicate these with you per building. And of course, we can check them out and see which buildings are FHA approved and which ones are not.
Right.
Most people know an FHA loan is 3.5% down. It's government insured. You pay a little bit of private mortgage insurance, but you get a pretty good rate. Now, those are only available for first-time home buyers, so keep that in mind. You can do some of these other conventional things and such that not first time, so it makes a little bit of a difference in the marketplace.
Yeah, I think that technology is really important these days when you're talking about lenders and so forth, because, time is money, money is time, right? So a lot of times people don't really have time to go in and meet their lender, et cetera. So, apps are really, a lot of people are going towards their apps and uploading their information and trusting the secured, background, et cetera, for
now, I know
secured
you
their
just
loan.
closed one from a client. They came from Florida. Is that where they came
Yes,
from?
from Miami.
From Miami.
Yeah.
And they were new to the Atlanta market, and they didn't know anything about it. Tell me a little bit about how the financing and how they chose the financing that they got on that property.
Well, it's pretty interesting because they started off with the financing company in Miami.
Right.
And
two different worlds.
Yeah, 2 different worlds. And so they couldn't get them the interest rate that they were actually looking for. So we jumped out there and Prosperity Mortgage, Davis Land, we appreciate you. He came in and saved a day and was able to get this client approved, first-time home buyer, FHA. And they were really totally satisfied, and it's just been amazing ever since.
And they bought a single-family home,
And they bought a single-family home in Ackworth.
So it's important to make a distinction here. When you buy a single-family home, you can pretty much use an FHA up to a certain dollar amount.
Exactly.
Whereas when you go to condominiums, it has to be an FHA-approved condominium because they have to meet special financial criteria and application criteria.
Right, exactly.
And you made a great point. With Davis being local,
yes,
and versus a lender who's out of the state, they don't know our market. They don't know the things that really will fit for our marketplace.
Right.
And I find this every time.
And timing is everything. Being able to close in that particular time. We started 45 days out and was able to close within 30 days.
Right.
And that is really major.
Well, it's important that you have somebody that you can put your finger on.
Right.
That you can say, oh my God, I got a problem, or oh my God, I need to fix this.
Sure.
Or what document is that I need. And if you're talking to some big box off somewhere else,
right,
they may not be able to really touch you. I mean, I know that when I deal with some of these big box lenders like Wells Fargo and Bank of America, it's a lot more challenging
sure,
because they
absolutely.
don't work on commission. I mean,
right.
So they don't have quite the incentive to get the loans done like you do with Prosperity or Carolyn Upshaw
right.
Summit Funding.
And we just want to make sure that Berkshire Hathaway, that's an affiliated business with Prosperity Mortgage. Right. So that's really important, yeah. You know, if you're working with us.
Prosperity is our preferred lender here
right.
at Berkshire Hathaway. So we have a great bit of influence, and there's a lot of things that they can do for us.
Sure.
So when it comes down to interest rates and loans,
mm-hmm.
it's important that you look at the product that you're buying.
Right.
It's important that you look at the different kind of loan that you're looking to get, how much money that you want to put down, and how that relates with whether you're a first-time buyer, second-time buyer, second home buyer.
Right.
We kind of talk about second homes. We're talking about a whole different world.
Sure.
So it's important that you talk with an expert like Davis or Carolyn or somebody who really, really knows the marketplace
right.
and can really get you the right loan product for your home. Because, for example, like that lender in Miami.
Right.
They don't know Atlanta.
They don't know Atlanta.
I don't know Miami.
Yeah.
Don't expect me to sell you something in Miami, although I have some fantastic agents that I work with down there. So if you do happen to know somebody, we got the perfect person to put in your pocket.
Right. But I was going to ask you, how do you boost the confidence in first-time home buyers when they have them to go out and get pre-approved?
Number one, talk to a lender.
Right.
And number two, tell them that they're going to freak out because they are.
Right.
I mean, I tell that to every first-time home buyer that I take out. I mean, I'm like, okay, you're going to put this property under contract, and then 2 days later, you're going to freak out.
Right.
And you're going to call me crying on the phone. And that's usually what they do. And usually when I tell them that, they laugh. I have a few that closed recently that had that same situation. They're like, I'm freaking out, I can't close. And they're like, did you tell me that this was going to happen? I was like, yes, I did. And they're like, okay, so now I'm
right.
fine. So it's important that you do that.
Do you think that personalizing lending is really important because what works for you may not work for that person?
Absolutely. Well, every loan is different. Every home purchase is different. Every product that they're purchasing is different. Every amount that you're putting down, every credit rating is different. So it's important that you have a personalized touch with your loan and your loan officer to make sure that you get the right product and put the most money in your pocket when it comes time to purchasing your home.
Yeah. So what do you think the fourth quarter is going to look like? Have you looked at the market and just kind of...
It's looking very strong. Okay. To be honest with you, most of my experts are telling me that rates are going to stay really, really good.
Right. That's what I've heard too.
Inventories are good. They're better than they were. They're a little bit short in some of our in-town markets.
Sure.
So that means that if you're looking and you see something, you really need to jump on it and write the contract right then. Don't waste time because you'll lose it.
Right.
But it's important that we have the right lenders, the right loan programs. We're getting you the best interest rates and putting you in the package that makes the most sense for you.
So today, I guess what we want to do is make sure that we continue to share the message that you too can get a loan. Don't be afraid. Give us a call. Get pre-approved and let us know how we can help.
And even if you got some credit issues.
Sure.
We understand that happens to everybody. It
everybody.
Happens to all of us at some point or another.
Yeah.
Something happens one way or another. You may not be able to buy today, but we can put you in a position where you can buy in a few months. And there actually are some things that we can do very quickly that can change your credit score tremendously within 20 or 30 days.
Right.
So if you talk to one of our experts, we can put you in a position where you can buy way sooner than you thought you could.
And that's interesting that you said that. I like to call it the cycle, right? Just because a person is renting today doesn't mean they're not going to be able to buy tomorrow. Right. So you got a renter that's renting, ultimately they're going to buy, and then they'll be ready to sell, right? So how do you work through that in regards to your clients?
You mean purchasing and selling?
Purchasing and selling,
The greatest day in your life is going to be when you move into your own home. Because if you're going to be paying a mortgage one way or another. It's either yours or somebody else's.
Exactly.
So you might as well put the money in
what I
your
wanted
own
to share.
pocket.
Right.
And over time, real estate has been the greatest investment of all history.
Right.
Even beyond the world's worst real estate crash we had just a few years back.
Yeah.
We're now seeing home prices at higher levels than they ever have been in the past.
Exactly.
Selling times are faster than they ever have been in the past.
Right.
The market is normalizing a little bit, and things are taking a little bit longer to market than they once were.
Sure.
We expect that, and that's normal, and that's healthy.
Yeah.
That's what we want to have in the marketplace. But right now, the market, of course, is very complicated.
Right.
And there are lots of different segments. So it's important that you talk with an expert about the particular segment that you're interested in. and then get directed in the right way.
And one more thing, we're not just talking about lending, right? We're also talking about refinancing.
Yep.
We are at an all-time high about a month ago in refinancing across the United States because interest rates are really that good. And, we can actually help you with refinancing if you currently own a home. So
anything that you're looking for, anything, of course, real estate wise, we can help you with. If it's
That's
connected
right.
with loans, closing attorneys, home warranties, we have connections in all of those. Or if you want to buy anywhere in the world, we have a network of the highest qualified agents all around the world.
Exactly.
So if you're looking to buy in Miami, Los Angeles, New York, Barcelona,
Las Vegas. That's right.
Madrid,
Call us.
Paris, whatever
Sure.
it is. Just give us a call. We'll be more than happy to connect you with the
So
right
how can they
people.
get in contact with you?
The easiest way to get in contact with me is my cell phone, 414-984-0243. Message me on Facebook, send me an email, whatever's most convenient for you.
And you can get in contact with me via cell 770-294-7385 or Messenger, Facebook, etc.
All right, Ro, we can help you in any way. We're here for you.